It's April 3rd. I'm up here at the farm here in Newton, Alabama. Some other hives, some of my production hives over there. And back over here, we got splits I did with the queen cells 3 weeks ago. And they're all doing well. I found them marked the queens in all but one, and this white one, second to the top, I predicted the little green one. There's eggs and larvae and stuff there. I just couldn't find the queen. It's not looking super strong, but it'll be okay. Probably gonna put some feed on that one. What I want to show you though today is this little hive right here. Now it was sitting up on the stand where the new box is, but see right here. That's the top box. That's the third. That is the third box. Triple deep nuke. The top box is full of nectar and honey. They've drawn those frames out. History on this hive. This was one of the, well, I did the 1 to 3 splits video, walkaway splits video last year. This was the nuke. I remember I split a triple stacked nuke 3 ways. Basically just split it up and carried 2 of the boxes up here, left one in my backyard. Well, the one in my backyard has done extremely well. A lot like this. I've made several splits off of it. And this one had the original queen in it. And it's done extremely well also. But boy, this queen in here is either an F1 or an F2 queen. My understanding is that's the lingo they use when they do queens. The F1 would be a first generation daughter. F2 would be a granddaughter of the original queen. I'm pretty sure that the original queen I got a couple of years ago was a Conan Italian, Koehnen Italian queen from out of California. And this one right here just was crazy, just so good. I've decided that I'm gonna put these in a bigger box. I'm gonna do a double deep 10 frame hive on from them. And my goal is to maybe get some honey off of them this year. I've never really let them get strong enough to really get honey off of them. I may have pulled a few frames last year, but I am amazed at what these bees can do. I've done a few videos of transferring 5 frame nukes into a 10 frame box, but I don't know if I've ever done any where I did a basically a 15 frame nuke or a 3 deep nuke to a double deep 10 frame box. So I kind of want to do that here. All right, I got my hive tool, smoker. This first box is ready to put bees in. I got some extra frames back here. Got everything I need. One thing you'll notice too about these bees is how calm they are. I say that and they'll get after me, but right now I'm just out here, obviously short sleeves with just a veil. I like to wear a veil, so I'm gonna smoke them a little bit. And in this bottom box, I typically try to put these bottom 2 nukes, the bottom 2 levels of the nuke in the bottom box. Now I don't have any idea what I'm going to find. I just know there's a lot of bees in here. Haven't been through these in a little while. I did go through them 3 weeks ago when we made those splits and got a couple of splits out of them then. These bees have always just been amazing to me. How a couple of these hives, one in my backyard and this one, have just been phenomenal. Trying to be as careful as I can. I will tell you what I'm seeing. There is a strong flow going on right now up here in this area. I'm seeing a lot of honey. One got me. I just put my hand on her though. She didn't get me out of meanness. Turned over some smoke there a little bit. It's going to get a little sticky here. So I hope I don't find that these bees are honey bound. If I see a lot of honey and not a lot of room for brood, I'm going to have to make sure I put plenty of frames in here. I might even have to put a honey box on top. Let's see what we got here. That frame is pretty much all food. It's not capped honey, but it is nectar they've put in here. So what I kind of like to do is I'll kind of split like the top box. I'll put on the outside and the bottom box. I just kind of like to drop right down in the middle. Of course, I do adjust that some if they've got honey in the bottom box as well. I try to keep the brood towards the middle. There's bees everywhere. All right, right in this area we've got a little brood nest starting, so I'm gonna actually move that right there, leave a little space. My guess is the next one will have more brood in it, which is what you want to see, of course. Kind of smart where I put my hand on that bee and she got me. Got mostly honey in here. These bees are close to being honey bound. I just gotta say, these are amazing. It's amazing. Aren't bees just cool? If you saw how full that box was when I shot the first part of the video, yeah, we got a lot of honey in here. I'm gonna tilt this up. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Maybe you can. Oh, we got so much honey in here. I'm just gonna have to give these girls some extra room. They're gonna have 5 frames, 5 completely new frames in here to build out, but with this number of bees, they'll draw that out in just no time flat. I'll tell you what I might do. I might go ahead and put a frame right here for them to draw out in this bottom box. Don't know if I need to really do that or not, but I may do it. One thing about beekeeping, really there's so many ways to do it, and I try all kinds of things, and most of the time it works, or at least it doesn't damage them or slow them down or hurt them. So, you know, there are people that will argue with you and be negative with you and tell you you're not doing it right. I think it's a little crazy for people to be that way. Once again, this isn't a how-to channel. I have done a few how-to videos, but you can do it however you want. I'm not going to criticize you. I mean, there are a few things that are kind of wrong. I mean, I guess you can, but if you know that if you try to learn and understand the bee principles, and if you're just trying to be careful and give the bees a chance, it's okay. Just try it, you know. If something does go wrong, then learn from it and go on the next time. I do a lot of that. I do a lot of things that may not work really well, and I learn from it. Move on the next time and try and do a little different, and it's just a trial and error hobby, or for me it's a passion. Oh, they're getting after me. They're trying to, but they didn't sting me. Okay, so in this frame, I'm just seeing a lot of pollen. I really want the middle of this box to be brood. I may move that pollen up. They just have a lot of food sources there. They are just packed the food in. I'm gonna reload my smoker. Man, there's so many bees. So crazy. We got a little brood here, not much. I'm wondering if when I did one of those splits, if I took the queen with me, if these jokers have requeened again, or if they've swarmed or what, because I'm not seeing any actual eggs. They have cleaned out an area for the brood nest though, which the bees will do, at least in my experience. I'm guessing I probably ended up putting the queen in one of those splits I did over there. And I think I know which one it might be, because if this queen was still in here, there would be a lot of brood. Whatever brood was in here though was hatched, because there's a lot of bees and there was a lot of brood, so I'm thinking, yeah, I'm not seeing any eggs. Okay. I'm just going to put these bees in here, but there is a lot of cells. There are a lot of cells that are cleaned out. So my guess is she hasn't started laying yet. There should be a new queen in here that's just basically about ready to start laying. If I did accidentally get the queen in one of my splits. And let's see if I see a few eggs. I just don't see any yet, so I sure hope there's a queen in here. There's no evidence of any cells. Oh yeah, I see some eggs. Okay. Well, my guess is we have either an F2 or an F3 queen in here now from that original queen. And there are just a few eggs starting to be laid right here, and I'm guessing they're the first few that she's laid. That's pretty neat. Oh, it's just, bees are so cool. They're so amazing. How they can just fix problems, find solutions, even when beekeepers mess up. I'm not really upset. I'm not sure which hive the queen is in, or I think I know which one it probably is, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm actually going to take this frame out. So if she's in this next frame, I don't smash her when I put it in. I found if I blow gently, lots of times the bees will kind of move out of the way. Yeah, I just saw very few eggs, and so I'm guessing there's a new queen. She's just starting to lay, maybe today. So I did the splits 3 weeks ago, and I really haven't been in this hive since. So if they had to make an emergency queen, which is basically the principle behind a walk-away split, it would have taken her, they would have had to start a queen with a newly hatched larva, which means it was like probably 4 days, 3 to 4 days old, maybe a little bit older. And it takes 16 days from the time the egg is laid, and so that would be another 10 days for the cell to hatch. And then a few days, it could take up to 10 days, 10 to 14 days for them to start laying. So, we're talking exactly 3 weeks ago today when I made these splits. That actually sounds about right. For her to start laying. So today, or yes, today might be her first day laying, I don't know. There was just a small area of eggs laid about that big. Well, maybe 4 or 5 inches big, 3 or 4 inches big that I could see on this frame right here. Okay, well that's interesting. They'll throw you a curveball, or maybe I threw them a curveball, whichever way you want to look at it. But typically the bees they'll figure it out. I've got all the frames out of there. I did set this one frame over here that had pollen in it. So these frames over in this other box over here have mostly honey. So I'm going to go ahead and put this kind of a little bit towards the center. I might checkerboard these, I might not. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. Oh man, there may be some brood up in there too, I don't know, or some eggs. What I want to do first of all though, I want to get these bees down in here. I'll just kind of shake them. The queen might be in this box down here. And I really don't want to do anything that's going to smash her or be violent to her, so I'm just going to take them. Oh man, there are bees all over the front of that thing. Y'all believe all the bees? It's just nuts. Just smoke them a little bit, maybe so I can grab that handhold there so I can shake it. I'm trying to be as gentle as possible and avoid getting stung. If you do work bees, if you're able to without gloves, you learn to be gentle, because even if the bees are gentle, if you see if I don't see her anywhere. Okay, these are left in the box. They should just go in. And then I'm gonna shake the bottom board bees in. Got area where there's no bees right there. I'm gonna tap it down so they go in. Okay. Set that out here. Look at all the bees flying around, but they have not aggressively attacked me yet. Famous last words, right? We have this box here as well. So we're gonna give them a little extra space from what they've had. Give them something to work on, to build up. Quickly, I'm just gonna take this out very gently. You can probably see this may have been an empty, it probably was just a brand new frame when I put it in here of Purico triple wax. And that is totally capped mostly on this side. Seeing a few hive beetles. Not great, but I mean, as many bees as are in here, they can defend it pretty well from the hive beetles. We may have an area where they're trying to clear a little brood space right here. Oh, well, here we got some brood. Okay. That's good news. So she must have been hanging out in this top box up here. Don't see any on this side. Yeah, I'm gonna try and put this stuff kind of in the middle. I feel a little better about that now that we have brood. Really just not a lot of room for her to lay because they're putting honey everywhere, but I'm about to change that situation. We're about to give them some new comb to draw out, and the queens usually love to lay in that new drawn out comb. I'm actually going to checkerboard these right in here. Got some drone cells, a little brood, but they're putting honey in all the open cells on that frame, a lot of them. Kind of keep the honey on the outside if possible. Oh, it's heavy. I tell you what, a deep frame full of honey, pretty heavy for those who may not have experienced that before. Now I'm just going to checkerboard these frames in like this. This time of the year it's warmed up. Bees are busy, the honey flow's going. They'll draw these out in no time. Oh, it's so much fun, y'all. Some days it feels more like work, but today we're just having fun. Alright, so I've checkerboarded those in the top box. Remember, the bottom box has one frame of the foundation in it. We are going to put a lid on this. And we're going to call it a day. Well, that's how I transferred a 3 deep nuke into a 2 deep 10 frame hive. And my anticipation is that with the flow we got going on now, and this queen, whether she's a brand new queen or the older queen, have a little room to lay. They'll draw these new frames out. She'll start laying in there very quickly, and hopefully it'll blow up into an even bigger hive. We are in a flow now. Privet's going to start blooming here very soon. That's one of our bigger flows, and then after that we have the Chinese tallow flow, which is our biggest flow in this area. I'm not sure if we have as much Chinese tallow right up here at the farm or not, but anyway, over the next couple of months they're going to be super busy, super happy, bringing in a lot of honey, hopefully. And I've never used this as a production hive before, but we're about to see how they do. It is possible I may pull some more splits out of it as the year goes on. I'm trying to grow still, but it's getting a little bit out of control. But I just love these bees. This has been an awesome hive for the last couple of years. It all started with that queen in my backyard. And like I said, there's no telling how many splits I've pulled off of here and how many hives are out there that have these genetics in there. So it's pretty cool. I just want to talk and walk you through everything. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Gonna sign off for now from up here at the farm, April 3rd to 2020. It's an awesome bee day. I just love to see all the bees flying around. It's just a rush to me. It's one of my favorite things. And these bees, as you can see, no gloves. I did get stung once when I put my finger on a bee, but other than that, they haven't stung me at all. And there's tens of thousands of bees in this hive. So keep an eye on it, make sure the queen keeps laying. Hopefully we didn't injure her with all this that we did. I tried to be careful, and we'll see what this hive can do. All right, y'all, thanks a lot. Please subscribe if you'd like. On to the next video.